Hello, hello, guys. Welcome, welcome. So, welcome to Live with Jacqueline Valdez. I am super excited to be here. I'm super excited for our guest today. He is the creator of Gravity Defying Moves and also the transformation of future movement. I am so excited and so honored and so ready to hear his beautiful journey. So, let's welcome the creator of Cyber Yoga, Lamonte. Good. Hello, hello.
Hello, Jacqueline. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor and pleasure to be here. I'm so delighted.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm so excited. So tell me how your day's going so far.
Day's going well. Just focusing on the schedule about promoting my kids' classes and my online courses. Just finding my way to be productive and staying positive through all this craziness. And that's it.
Yeah. Yes. And I know, like you said, your schedule, you are so busy seeing all the many workshops that you're doing and seeing all of the trainings that you're doing. It's really incredible how you've really taken your passion for movement and for spiritual awareness and really just, creating this huge path and inspiring so many people.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, hence the name Cyber Yoga. I really wanted to translate my knowledge and my information and to the digital space, which is like now, the
Yeah.
cyberspace. And, even now during COVID, everything is virtual and online. So I think it was like the perfect time to segue all this into this new age.
Wow. So tell me about your journey with being in the yoga industry. How long have you been involved in yoga and how did you come to this creation of cyber yoga?
Excellent question. I just summarized it really fast. So I have 20 plus years experience in breakdancing, b-boying,
Okay.
hip hop culture dance. And so I did that for a long time. Then I had got into acrobatics. Um, and then from there, I kind of felt like I was like missing something and lacking in my
Okay.
practice because I wasn't really honoring my body, and spirit. What I was doing was very aggressive and very hard on myself, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And so
Okay.
I came across yoga and I was doing that for a little bit, but it wasn't up until 2012 is when I had like a huge depression in my life. I broke up with my wife and went to a really dark place that I couldn't find myself. I wasn't training, wasn't eating, wasn't motivated. Um, but it was the yoga. It was a reminder of the yoga that gave me like the inspiration and the motivation to keep going and to keep training and to get myself back onto my feet and to keep going. And so I promised myself that if I was to come out of this darkness and this rut, that I was going to inspire the world through my practice, because I don't want anybody to go through their own practice, and everybody can essentially be confined to their own prisons with their mind. So I made a promise, and Cyber Yoga was born. And so I'm a fan of like future tech and science and like technology and then like futurism. So I'm just
Great.
into that. And so I was trying to find a name that matches what I do,
Wow.
that matches my brand, because it's like my brand is a hybrid practice of like
Great.
breakdancing, contemporary, modern calisthenics, everything fused together. And so I really wanted to find a way to just name it a brand, like call it something. And
Yeah.
so it took me like almost like a month of just going through different names. I was looking at all these crazy names like neo yoga and future yoga. And then one of my favorite films is Terminator 2. Okay, Judgment Day. It's about the machines, right?
Yeah.
And so one of the creators of this company called Cyberdyne Systems was an African American guy, Miles Dyson. He was black, right? And so I was really inspired by the fact that this one guy can change the whole world. I mean, he didn't mean to like change the world like in a bad way, but his intentions were good. But
Right.
anyway, he was a creator of this company called Cyberdyne Systems, and I was like, cyber. I was like cybernetic, and I was like cyber yoga. It was like the perfect segue, because what I do is very robotic and very controlled, and I'm into the future and technology, and I really wanted to find a way to integrate and preserve the knowledge, wisdom of the past and the present, and then integrating it into the future, which is cyber yoga. And cyber is actually an acronym. It's calisthenics, yoga, breakdance, evolution, revolution. And yoga is the base that binds it all together. So I basically just wanted to create a new age, futuristic spiritual practice.
Ah,
And, during COVID, I just realized that, I was like setting myself up for this, to happen, like really
right.
preserving the knowledge of yoga, the love and the compassion and the union, and taking it into this digital age, which is just as vital, just as important, because it's not an easy time right now. So
That's
hence,
true.
Cyber Yoga was born.
I love it. I love it. It's such a beautiful story. And it's so futuristic. When I think of cyber yoga, it's so
Yeah.
true. I think futuristic. I think embracing a new kind of movement. And I love that you are wanting to help others from your darkness and
Yeah.
from that, spot of being empty and feeling like you're never going to make it through, and using the body to help you heal and
Absolutely.
spiritualism to help you heal. And using your platform to help others as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. I definitely made that promise. And in the in the beginning on social media, I got a lot of judgment because they're like, oh, like what you're doing isn't really yoga, and it's like a disgrace to yoga. But I was like, you know what, I'm going to keep doing my thing, like no matter what. I'm going to just share my knowledge and just lead by example. And so years and years of putting off that, finally, it finally gained traction where people are like, well, this is something new, this is something innovative, and we like
Yes.
it. And 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 overall, my discipline is yoga.
Yeah.
So I do lead with a yogi mentality and focus, like love, compassion, understanding, and still on my journey to this day.
Yeah. And I think that's why so many people love you and are drawn to you is, I could feel the passion and I could see the energy coming from your heart. You're very vulnerable and you are really just sticking to your voice and creating your own path. And I feel like a lot of the most creative, inspirational people are the ones who think outside the box and
Yeah.
who want to inspire to do something different.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I just lead by example, and I'm just really just focus on using my creativity.
Yeah.
Um, years ago, like in the past, I didn't have a find a way to vent my my anger and my pain and frustration. So um, the breakdancing was there for that reason, because
Mhm.
I grew up in a broken home, so I didn't have a real father figure. So my inspiration come from like watching a lot of like superheroes, martial arts films and movies, and so all of that segued into breakdancing, which in turn led to cyber yoga. So it's just
Wow.
but still, like the practice and like the discipline is what ultimately can save you and heal you, because movement is medicine.
Yes, movement is medicine. I'm such a huge believer in that.
Yeah,
I have also gone through a dark period in my life, and I, found dance and yoga to help rescue me. And just keeping the body moving, it is so healthy for the mind. It's so healthy for the spirit. It's so healthy for the heart. And it's nice to know that you inspire others to get out of that dark place. You're not alone. You can make it through.
yes, thank you. Yes, it's really important, and even more now, because people are isolated and social distancing. It's really hard. I know there's a lot of trauma and a lot of stress happening now.
Yeah.
Um, but I thank God that I have my practice, because if I didn't have my practice, I don't know where I'd be, honestly. It keeps me grounded, keeps me focused, keeps me disciplined, anchored. And I know that I come with a high, a responsibility to lead by example. And so I
Yeah.
feel like even more now, it's important to share this message of yoga, love, compassion, understanding.
Yeah.
Definitely upgrading, because that's my whole concept of what, around cyber yoga is just upgrading, always upgrading yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Yes.
um, During COVID. Like you have to upgrade. Like you have to. Like there's no other way.
Yeah.
You can only be strong right now. It's like you have to be strong, because right now it's not easy for a lot of people. So you have to force yourself to be strong.
That's true. That's very true. Be accountable and take every day as a very important day and make each day important and inspire others. And self love is really important.
Yeah, it's really important, and it's like it's really hard now because of COVID. Just going outside. You go outside and people are. You can
Yeah.
feel the heaviness and the tension that there's no sense of humanity anymore, and so it's really hard to like navigate through that type of dynamic. So
Yeah.
even more, I have to even be more of like hey, like it's okay to smile, it's okay
Yeah.
to talk to somebody, of course socially distanced, but it's okay to still be human, and
Yes.
to show empathy and love. And you know if not, then I mean, who else is going to do it? So it's like you have to lead by example, and it's really hard. But I feel like this this is like another time. It's a new age to really be about it, because now it's serious. Life is
Yes.
serious now, so you have to.
Yes, yeah, definitely. And I love that you said it's okay to be human. It's okay to smile and to be that light and to shine bright still among the darkness, and, just to keep leading positivity and to be there for other people. It's so important. And I do feel like the world also has lost a lot of empathy and humanity. So it's so beautiful to be connected with people like you and other people I've had on my show that are just all these beautiful lights that are illuminating the world.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like it's our duty to just be that. Like we
Yeah.
have to preserve our humanity,
Yes.
um, by just being human. It's like all you hear in the news is bad news. It's
Yeah.
always constant bad news. And I
Yeah.
feel like, from my honest opinion, I feel like it's done by design. Um, but I'm still going to lead by example and still be human and show empathy and love and
Yes.
compassion, and that we can overcome this if we really put our minds to it. And we have to be in this together, love each other.
Yes. Love each other. Let's be in this together, everyone. We got this.
Yes. Yeah. So
I love it
yeah.
so much. Yes. And I love how, this idea for cyber yoga, it just really manifested and it really came forth when the timing was right, and how you found your label, how you found your brand, how it all just kind of flowed so naturally together is just very cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it just kind of all came together, but just going through my spiritual journeys helped me
Yeah.
realize that yeah, this is all meant to be, and I
Yeah.
signed myself up for this. Like I signed up for this, and had a deep spiritual awakening last year. Um,
Wow.
yeah, and this gave me more inspiration and more clarity on why I'm doing this cyber yoga. So I feel like this practice has been around for a long time. I mean, not a
Yeah.
practice, but the state of mind. Cyber yoga is not just fancy poses and moves. It's more of a state of mind, a state of
Right.
being. Um, but I got the clarification last year through spiritual journey, and so it was like, oh, okay, this is what I have to do in this lifetime, and this is my message, and I have to share this knowledge to pass to the next generation.
Wow. Yeah. And that's so beautiful. Having that spiritual awakening is so enlightening. I've been going through my own spiritual awakening the last, few months, and it definitely transforms your life. And I believe so many people need to release, forgive themselves, and find their purpose right now. And I feel like that's what COVID and quarantine and everything is kind of causing the world to do, is to really find your purpose, dig deep inside,
Exactly.
and
Mhm.
see what makes you happy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like everything happens for a reason by grand
Yeah.
design. And I feel like COVID is here to say, it's time to wake up. It's time to focus on
Yeah.
what's really important in life. And so they've termed everything essential versus non-essential. And
Yeah.
like essential is family, essential is your health, your circle is, upgrading yourself, loving others, loving yourself first and foremost to love others. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. And
Yes.
so COVID is like, in a weird way, a blessing in disguise, but not
Yeah.
really. But it's still like it's a wake up call for a lot of people, and unfortunately, a lot of people have passed away due to this. And um, yeah, it's just it's a wake up call. It's time to
Yeah.
get serious, with your life and your family and friends. And what's more important,
Yeah.
going out partying or building yourself, building your family, patching up past
Yeah.
beefs or traumas or like relationships, like getting back to your source. It's time to get back to God's source, back to love and back to spirituality. The real though, like the real spirituality, you know.
Yes. Yes, I agree 100%. So what tip would you give someone who is wanting to really find that deep spirituality in themselves and they're struggling and they just don't know how to release that last little bit of blocked energy, I guess?
Well, I mean, I would say first get into your body, which is movement, like dancing, yoga, meditation. You find that through your, but if you have a talent or a skill, that God gives you a talent and a skill,
Yeah.
and it's your job to cultivate it and use it. You have a gift.
Yeah.
It's important to cultivate that gift. You have to exercise what you've been given, and to share that knowledge and to inspire others to do so. What helped me a lot with my journey and uncovering a lot of trauma, like
Uh-huh.
past life trauma, was like
Right.
plant medicine. Plant medicine
Wow.
helped me rediscover myself, learn how to let go of a lot of past pain and traumas and things that wasn't letting me move forward. Um,
Right.
so I would say
Wow.
get into your body, of course, but God source, exercise, movement, your skill set, plant medicine. That's
Wow.
for me. I mean, this is my message, and it's my journey. It may not
Right.
be for for everybody, but you asked me, so this is what helped me
Yeah.
in my mission.
Wow. Yeah, I would have never thought about plant medicine. I'm kind of recovering some of my old traumas too, and I'm working through some of that too. So it's very interesting, yeah, that you mentioned. So I might take your advice and try it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say if I'm able to share this,
Yeah.
but for me, um, ayahuasca has changed my life. Ayahuasca has been it's been like my awakening.
Oh, wow.
Um, so profound to even share this, but yeah, it's my awakening, and I feel like
Wow.
um, this mother I has been calling me for a long time, and I've always
Right.
been afraid to face myself and face my darkness. Um,
Wow.
but the medicine allowed me to see and to let go.
Wow.
And I had a friend recently that suffered heavily from meth and alcoholism for years, like 20 years of this, 20 years of this.
Wow.
And right away, when I was finished with my journey, the mother was like, "Hey, you need to contact this person right away. You need to let him know right away." And so right away, when I did it, I called him and let him know that, "Hey, it's time for you to um, visit." And right, so his first ceremony,
Right.
his life is completely changed. He's a new person. You went from complete
Wow.
dark to complete light, and
Wow.
that in itself was, like I say, with information, like it's important to like share this knowledge with someone, because it can truly liberate somebody.
Wow.
So you have to liberate them by sharing your knowledge, sharing your experiences. And I feel like for me, I felt so liberated, so much
Wow.
wow, so much pain was like released,
Um,
that I want to share that knowledge with somebody else. Like I want to help somebody get rid of their pain.
yeah.
So yeah, it's amazing,
Oh,
amazing, and it comes from the planet. The planet is
yeah.
um, highly intelligent, and there's a bunch of abundance of beauty on this planet.
Yes.
And so it's important to go back to our natural, which is our source, like organic, plants, nature, sun,
Wow.
going to the forest, hiking, meditation, getting downloads from the trees, getting downloads from Earth.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be getting it, not from Wi-Fi. So that's my
Yes.
message.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I am such a huge believer in Mother Nature, the environment, water, the ocean, sand, the sky, the trees, hiking, meditating outside, and just really going back to our roots and appreciating and enjoying Mother Earth and letting yourself heal naturally and from holistic approaches where I come from too. Do you eat a certain way? Do you do like vegan or plant life or vegetarian?
Um, Interesting, because I was going back and forth morally. I was a vegetarian for a year, but
Uh-huh.
unfortunately, my body wasn't able to handle the. I don't know. It's really it's really hard because I got into being a vegetarian because of the morality, of the animals and not contributing towards that. But at the same time, my health wasn't as
Wow.
efficient when I was a vegetarian. Maybe I wasn't doing it right. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm highly into listening to my body, and it was telling me what I
Right.
needed. So yeah, I'm at like fish now, but eat a lot of greens. So it's very balanced, and I feel like the body has seasons and cycles, just like the planet does, just like nature itself has seasons and cycles. And so I feel like the your body will tell you like, hey, I need this, I need that. And so as a mover, as a dancer, I'm highly into listening to my body. It tells me what I have to do. I'm like, okay, I listen to you. And so I would say pescatarian, like I eat fish. Yeah, just a balanced diet. I'm
Okay.
balanced.
Okay. I love that you said
I'm balanced. Yeah.
I love that you said that
Yeah.
it's like your body's like the seasons. I'm going to remember that now and think of my body just being as the seasons and letting it, talk to me and listen to it and really
Yeah.
respond to what it's saying. And I think a lot of people forget that their bodies do talk to them and do say what they need and what they're missing or what they're craving or, just spiritually even wanting.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like, I feel like God has given us this amazing technology, this vessel, this suit, this amazing suit. As my mentor would say, we have this suit with no instructions of how to operate it, but you have to learn how to just listen to it. You gotta listen to it and getting back into yourself. And we've been programmed to believe that external things are more important than ourselves. So, I think it's more important to really invest in health. Until this point, before you can interact or whatever else.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. It's so important to listen to ourselves, to listen to our body, and to
Hmm.
stop getting so caught up on superficial stuff and on materialistic
Hmm.
stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's really important to, you know, like I said, it's going back to the source, like yourself, God's source, and life, your life itself, and you are a gift. That's why you call it the present.
Yes, I love it. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. You are a gift. If that's why it's the present. That is an
Yes.
awesome
Thank you.
line. I
Thank you.
love it. It's so
Yeah.
beautiful. Oh my goodness gracious. You're dropping
Thank you.
so many
Thank you.
beautiful gems today.
Thank you. I'm just keeping it real. That's it. Like I said before, I just lead by example, and that's
Yeah.
it. So it's my duty to share my knowledge. Why hold on to it? Like, no, you got to
Yeah.
share this information. Share it to others, as
Yes.
people shared with me.
Yes.
I'm doing the service to pass the torch.
I love it. And I feel like when you do pass the torch and when you do share things that are given to you and share your knowledge, I feel like more abundance comes in. And I feel like it just makes the world a
Absolutely,
better place.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's what you put out in the world is essentially what you get back. So like law of attraction, like it's really, it's real. So be mindful about what you're putting out there. um and so mine is just putting out love and compassion and upgrade, of course. Like what you see is what you get. So just keep it real and just share and keep it positive, keep it moving.
Yes, I love it so
Yeah,
much.
thanks for doing this. This is super amazing what you're doing.
Of course, it has been so much fun. I love it. So what things do you have coming up for you?
So right now, me and my partner created a practice for couples called Neo Sutras, and we created a book for couples, but that we didn't reach our goal. But right now, we're planning on taking that to the digital space online, and so we'll have a Neo Sutras book for couples online. So I can share that information later. But just
Okay.
doing that and focusing on my Cyber Yoga program for movers and dancers, and Cyber Yoga Fitness and Cyber Yoga Kids. So I'm just sharing my knowledge and focus on online content and online teaching. That's it. Online teaching and sharing for now. And until things open back up, I like to be with people physically. But
Yeah.
in the meantime, I'm gonna go do the cyber yoga.
I love it. That's so exciting. I can't wait to see all of the stuff that comes forth, and just following your journey has been so incredible.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And thanks for taking your time out to reach and have me on
Of
and do
course.
all
Of
this.
course. It's been
Yeah.
such a pleasure. Was there anyone that you wanted to do a special shout out to?
Shout out to, wow. Shout out to all the people that are staying strong during this crisis, and people that are still showing love and compassion and empathy, and still being human in these dark times. Yeah, shout out to those people. You know, they're struggling, but they're still finding a way to fight. You know, and shout out to my friends, family, of course, but the people that are going through it, but they're still, strive to stay strong and to keep pushing for humanity. These are the people I'm shouting out to. I don't know about these so-called leaders, but the real people, like the ones that are really out there living for their families and pushing for humanity. Those are the people that I'm giving a shout out to.
I love it so much.
And people
You're
like
such
yourself too
a
for sharing
spirit.
this platform.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I love it so much. What is it that you want to be remembered for?
I remember for just being a human being, just being a genuine human being, and sharing my gifts with the world. And I want to just be remembered as someone that was genuine and really cares for humanity and cares for peace, love, and compassion. That's just what I stand for. So that's it.
Oh, I love it. And you're already such a huge inspiration, and you just have so much love, so much passion. You're just such an open book, and you're so vulnerable, and you are just creating your own path, which is such a beautiful thing to see, and inspiring so many people, not just physically with this creative movement, but with your spirituality, and just showing others that they're not alone, and to make a difference with your platform, and share love and humanity and positivity, and to stay strong and keep shining bright.
Absolutely. You said it perfectly. Thank you so much. Yeah, you said it. Thank you. Yeah, I just thank you. Thank you. And that yourself, and I hope you keep doing this and sharing others and sharing other people's stories to get everybody on the same page. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
keep on doing this. It's really amazing to share
thank
this
you.
message. I
Thank
appreciate
you
it. Thanks
so
for having
much. Yes, thank you so much for illuminating the world with your presence. It has been such an honor and such a pleasure. Thank you so much.
me. Okay, take care. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Yes, talk to you soon. Lots of love. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for watching Live with Jacqueline Valdez, illuminating the world one voice at a time. Lots of love, guys. Thank you. Thanks, guys.